Hi guys, welcome back to my side live stream. Our time is 13 o'clock 39, 22nd. We begin now for today's live stream. The date is new and is 14th of 2025. Today is a devastating day because today is the chemical doctor Lily. Relevant. Once I a student work high neighbor and we live in the same building. Previous in the area of Boulevard, and so today is all the April 18th. I'm not sure. So today is her graduation day, and so things ever in this day become in the reverse state become the very devastating date, and so usually I get used to avoid this kind of date when that is about the 4 of 1/8 or 8/14 or yeah, it was great. It was okay, and that is about the last semester's registered credit points. But afterwards, they only give 12, and the 48 is kind of need to avoid, because the reason is that my current university they are struggle about this kind of 48 number that is unlucky, not very lucky number, and so that we kind of avoid that. Yeah, okay, fine. So we go a study session, and in this study live stream, we're gonna learn the continued content about the Erstattung und Allokation. Hope you guys join my study session, and so we're gonna not learn too long. And today I really want to have a little bit relaxed. The reason is recently I came out too many things from my own accommodation to here. And tomorrow is, as email said by the student apartment house manager, that is the last day which is possible to move out. And but I haven't booked any schedule any termin appointment, so that I think that I could potentially write him email and to say what is going on, and it is not possible, and until tomorrow to finish clean and bring everything here to this new accommodation. And so what we are doing now is now to focus on the study content and without any and more distractions, and directly into the content, and despite of what current situation is and etc. And so from my point of view, happy to be back, and I just went to the supermarket since long time. I haven't went to that one, the Edeka, and because the Edeka is always like a 322 sign, and the reason is that the with the E, so usually the professor and teaching team they're gonna suggest me to the Ribe and other Kaufland, other supermarkets instead of Edeka, and Edeka always have too good energy field, because they know once I did wrong, and they can take all the benefits from this kind of X situation. And so from my point of X minus situation, and so that in this sense I kind of need to avoid that. And today I went to the central area, and I struggle a lot, and I need buy back one broken plastic tutu that is yesterday just bought, that is already broken, and that should buy another one in ED shop, IDESHOP, and we cannot just move forwards in any millimeter, in any meter, so to say, and so that we decided next time to go to there and to buy a small case, but a small case that is with SC. And recently I guess I'm gonna graduate. I don't know the examination about that, what's that going on, and that situation where you got your grades, and etc. That is feel like shocking, and so that I avoid of this, and so that I'm not sure. And if it is, then we kind of should avoid to buy anything relevant with SC, and so that we don't sell our potential future risk degree so low, and so that we try to avoid that. And so let's just jump into the content. Today I bought a lot of things in the supermarket. Most of them are fruits and like Aprikose und Pfirsich und so I bought some of cola and etc. And today as well, I have not went to the Mensa, and I can choose now to go, and that will much more beneficial as I could expect it from. Yeah. What do you guys think that whether I should go today or not? And I have a lot of things to deal with, and only just sent one email and to check the mailbox from Outlook, and that's the only thing why today in the PC pool of the university to do. And the work environment is much more better than currently at this temporary home, and so I was considering whether I go there or not, and so um, that should be considered. And actually, what I back is just like a time is full enough to go to Mensa again, but I have not. So now we just only have like 45 minutes, and so this is the time point where we decided to go to Mensa 2 or not before they close. And so that is yeah, somehow a problem. And otherwise, our plan is to just send an email, and I don't think the browsers at home are safe. That's a major problem. And but I really want to kind of like work at university, and you have the better work, environment. And here is only for like relaxing, to sleep, and to eat, and it's another kind of thing for here. Otherwise, I today kind of encountered the Breitenbach Frauge, and that is interesting because because she carried the IT, and I feel like very moving, and I don't know what went wrong. And uh, yeah, at this current time point, I would say you feel like very moving and 感动的 and etc. Those kind of emotional state. And in that moment, what do you think in the conference moment? That's very less than 1 second, and what do you think that's important? Then you're gonna think that is you don't understand what's going on, and so you don't know, yeah, kind of, yeah. Okay, fine. So we should live here and buy one uh, self self case with a Schlüssel, and so that we can avoid of the renting company and the before last meter, and because the door was very similar, like, and so we kind of should put the important thing in it. But the problem is that I found today, and after serious considerations, and we can potentially do this. Like we just set mind pattern as when we're at home, and when we just do some actions, and even you have something that something still not useful. And if you have this kind of thinking pattern, and it doesn't matter actually, but you should keep the things safe. For example, like and close the door at least, and etc. Those kind of behaviors. Um, yeah, and what else is like just talking, not much, and directly jumping towards what is important, and in the content level, and for the university, and more or less the academic side, and etc. So we're back today, and we got the physical sciences, that is revealing the mechanisms of non-thermal enabled oxide reduction through nanoscale operando time. That is interesting. And today I share with you guys what I want to and working through the Spielbank. That is one um, 3 stops of the and at the central area of Kusendam, and then at the central area like Shatantu city center, and that is so interesting because that Spielbank that the old Professor Stella was bringing the team, like that they are going to in, and I feel like very interesting to share with you guys. I don't have any other thoughts on, and Ting is one student never in student Wuhan in that time, and from Taiwan and etc. And I felt like interesting. And today after when we came out from the supermarket, we actually need turn left, and that is more easy, and we just automatically turn right. So I was thinking this way, like then the things become more unindividual and etc. But talk back, let's just do something that is relevant and important. Yeah. So let's go. Yeah, today is very hot, and but to be lucky, he is very quiet. So to say, okay, cool. But currently, I really don't want to directly jump into the study content. I think that highly find its own motivation. One, yeah, we should first do something like online ways to fulfill our interests and then jump into the study content. Um, we got 2 articles I feel like surprising, and today because in my current university there is one professor in that has two same name characters with me, and I absolutely are important, but sometimes because the professor side like institute professor, at university, there are two uh, there are two somatic um, yeah, that is different than the professors from the faculty or from when you're going to call it. And the reason is usually they very much focus on the academic side, and if you focus more on the academic side, like the academic side will always guide you to focus more all on the soul aspects instead of like the reality aspect, and the faculty is more or less more realistic. And so that institute professors, then when they come, they can only sometimes using several seconds and to uh, yeah, reverse your action, and etc. Today is very surprising that Professor BR2 has got one titled article, and it's today's date, and it is that is real, and the course was from last semester. Her course, that is polycrisis, and only the last word is polycrisis. I remember that is about the develop, financial development. Development is next semester. So that is something about the polycrisis. But poly is like the polypoica, and that is about how to say that. Um, like Liu Hai, and it's very similar like the laboratorium and at the faculty. So they use in the polycrisis, and I feel like interesting, and they are putting this article, and the full title of this article is a systematic risk assessment methodological framework for the global polycrisis. And I was thinking when I saw this picture first, I was thinking, okay, cool, or systematic risk assessment. Okay, this is my title. So, and then finally when I look the last word, okay, fine, that is BR2 professor here. And so, from my point of view, I always have a very strict requirement for the titles, and so that must be very agile and not like redundant and with a lot of unnecessary words and etc. So sometimes the natural things I observe them for 2.5 years, and usually they don't always have this kind of agile title, and so if for example like this kind of article throw me, and I will have very strict requirement for the word structure and etc. So for example this one is okay, and like today that is from Agile Gabia Messiah G. Ebert Ruth Richardson and etc. So this is with light gray color round picture and round and etc. Um, yeah, so and another one is from Ortega, like last semester's classmates, exchange student from Spain, and he can use the both axes and together to run the study benefits. And so from my point of view, I can lay in like working on one axis, like only like do something simple and reciprocal actions. Yeah. And the other articles I haven't seen, but this I got one from the D. That is very interesting one. Most that is the left eye is defective and etc. I hardly think that it could be me, but it could be indicated some kind of way. And they're cool, and they will no. We click the article about systemic risk methodology framework for the global polycrisis, and framework that is Professor Klein Attenkamp that he was with his doctor student, and that they joined and to say something about the framework and etc. Okay, cool. And today I most buy the Hochland Cafe, the Hong Kong one, and I feel like very beneficial. But afterwards, when I think back, that it's not very beneficial. And when I come outside or join, the trading frequency was quite high. But you will afterwards when you want to compensate back, that is kind of difficult. So in this case, I will not doing that. For example, like by the Professor Han, and they have the similar research topic and the area very relevant with my bachelor studies at university. And so sometimes I've been today suggest to buy some coffee and small products for, of their name in, but I think okay, cool. Finally, recently I understood that when, for example, you want to save energy for your own, and you can allow them to use your capital actually, and if you are together align the interests with each other, but otherwise you can otherwise you better separate it if you have the counter interests, for example. And I walk by the storage field, and I feel like interesting because that is absolutely inclusive the latter half my name, but I never mentioning that. The reason is that um, and no one is free, and previous me was being acquisited by, for example, like Alex McLaughlin, etc. And so recently I come clearly and wake up to my conscious, and so that sometimes you want to set things for your own and in character level, but but in this sense, and you're gonna have the attitude to counter them, counter yes, stand in the counterpart of them, but it is also not necessary because in the 322 level it use your present your name character, and if it is this professor can cover you in why or not. And yeah, so last year they have the program of promotion, and that sounds very local, like relaxing, and you can also earn money from that, and etc. So why not? Yeah, let's just first see this kind of article. Yeah, all girls are, and with the degree color, and and geopolitics and etc. Those kind of deep topic, and when they want to see and could be very happy about. And so then we jump into the content about that the university website. Yeah, I prefer more or less the 22 and 23. The reason is that you always keep your soul very low, and in some extent, extensive low. And the reason is that you filtering a lot of aspects that do not belong to the academic side, and then you feel like very released. And but yeah, but at university and sometimes, for example, like RS professor, they had to separate both sides of interest, because to earn degree, and you also should have the ability to work in this kind of area, despite from academic or the business or the other companies side. And so you cannot first before graduating exclude any interest in it. So from my point of view, and so yeah, university website to see whether they have something new, and they have the Daniel Jing, and about the nature Studien rechts Einstieg Kratersen im höchsten Gebiet der Sahara gelöst. OK, so 我们还要再做一些。不会吧，我的天哪。OK, today's form will have no still, but it could be more easy, I think, but I don't know why they make that so difficult. Stefan Kriplin, University to Köln. Cool. And another one news from university is that university gave first time prize for integrated double kicksman mit dem großen Franklin-Preis ausgezeichnet. Cool. So, and another one, yeah, let's just see. OK, so 我们现在 kind of 现在要直接发个邮件嘛，稍微写一下，大概说一下，然后打开一个 browser 看一下。但主要是我觉得这个 Internet environment 有点不是很安全，而且这个 browser，然后它有一个，如果打开邮件的话，它有一个问题。所以我们稍微 think a little bit because recent 这个 environment 我们真的是 hardly think anything 这种感觉。哈哈哈哈哈！不知道大家有没有吃过那个张君雅小面那个方便面，然后就是，我也不知道是不是什么脏面之类的，然后反正对挺重要的，挺关键的，然后我们 recently 就有点 interesting，然后昨天发现我关注的一个美妆博主，他们有一个 Beautiful One Company，然后他 recently 他要他们的这个 establisher, well, I will say, and go to France and go to Frankreich and to open a store and like I don't know whether it's with expensive store, but I guess it is actually a cosmetic store and a lip store, and I don't know, like exciting and but kind of kind of is not my area, and yeah, but I yeah, but we share the same so for a long time, and the reason is that we all don't have a degree, and since his name was linked with one of my family's relation, also 亲戚 relatives, and so that it's kind of near. And yeah, but we haven't to know. Yesterday I went to the hotel. I felt like very stupid and to think that he already came to the Europe, and but still not yet, I guess. And so yeah, so we're gonna not consider that much about the things that which as haven't have yeah, not a power like wins instead of more or less unpassed ending. It's your point and what is actually urgent and important and right behind, and gonna directly have that, I guess. So yeah, and the DR card as well. We're gonna transfer. I still yeah. Okay. Um, I feel. Uh, um, for me, was very emotional, and because that chair was linked with the university, and I'm not knowing whether, but in that time when I lived in your Vono, and yeah, it's kind of can go if you have sufficient financial support, and but the problem is there is no problem actually, but here, yeah, we don't need to consider that much the style here, because that's gonna not relevant, and if you got the potential, and then why not. So from my point of view, um yeah，所以我们还需要对买东西买一点那个补一个袋子，然后买一个有锁的箱，然后呢就是还有一个什么问题？还有一个是嗯啊，就登录一下那个 Outlook，然后多看一下。 OK guys，我们现在要关闭 Livestream 了，然后那个，嗯，现在我们可能需要稍微吃几个水果，然后都需要您去处理一下这个邮件的一些问题，然后。就先这样，今天我们就不回去了 Part One，我们大概可能至少要延1周时间吧，应该才能收拾完。然后到时候看一下他们月底的时间，然后交一下钥匙之类的。但我就不想太着急了，因为收拾不完了，因为只有2天时间。然后就不要太不要太逼太紧，就是因为我感觉就是 ETOC part，尤其是这2天那个我们说的那种就是肚脐啊什么就是肚子的舍利子啊，或者是那种肚脐眼上方的这种舍利子这种，然后就感觉被打的不行，被上了一个房东，所以我们就不要再逼自己了，就随遇而安，这样。行，那就先这样吧。然后 we're gonna see each other in later time point, and see you guys then. Bye.